Okay, this is on. So, who wants to do a recap of what happened last time we played? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? I think it was 3.
Yeah. A little bit before Christmas.
Yeah.
Mirror fell from the sky. That's all I remember.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, we were trying to start. We were having a long rest, and it was on Rurak's watch that he saw the shooting star, sent Korvakia out to check out, and we found out it was Muir. So we all went and followed the tracks to a cave, and we found Muir with a local who has, was it the moon guy? I forget what he looked like.
Moon guy.
Moon guy.
I can't remember her name though.
Moon guy.
Moon lady. I can't remember though. And we've now gone to the foot of a tower, where there's a bridge and a big giant guard. And we're at the other end of the bridge.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Oh yeah, the big guy.
Yeah. Does anyone remember the big guy's name?
Big boy.
Big boy! You're going to have to go to the Citadel of the Moon to defeat the big boy.
I thought there might be an echo on Twitch, Duke.
Maybe, I don't know why there would be. I mean,
I can kind of echo.
on me.
I think so. It might be coming out your headphones.
I mean, nothing's changed.
Doesn't matter.
Right, hang on. Right, hang on. I can't hear anything on Twitch.
I think it's fine.
It wasn't terrible or anything. Just occasionally you can hear the last thing someone said a little bit.
Okay, I don't know if that's me or someone else though. If it's someone else, I can't do anything about it.
You could try.
I could try. I probably wouldn't get anywhere. So yeah, you guys had gone. You were on the moon, and Muir had arrived on the moon, and she had been rescued, captured, taken by this blue person, Loran, and Loran had brought you guys to the bridge, and the other end of the bridge is the Moonwarden. Does anyone remember the thing that Loran gave you for the specifics of this thing?
Big syringe?
Yeah.
Big stick.
It was a
What
syringe
did we have to do with the stick though?
give us a chance.
Well, what do we do with it?
We were supposed to stab it into the eye of something.
Oh, remove the corruption from the big giant thing?
I think it was from one of the actual dudes, wasn't it?
Oh.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
That I remember being confused about that. before. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be for the big boy
Yeah.
or the other things
Also,
or like guarding thing.
quick note: the echo isn't coming from Twitch; it's coming from Finn's mic somehow on
Oh.
Discord.
What? How?
Every time Jake or someone else talks, your thing goes up green.
I don't know how
can
that
hear
is
it.
happening though. Is it just because my headphones are loud?
Could be.
I have to have them pretty loud though, because I can't fucking hear because my ear is blocked.
Oh dear.
We'll just live with it then. It's not too bad for me. I don't know about other people.
It's fine for me.
I haven't really noticed anything.
Can we ask our companion if there is any more of this dagger spear thing, or if this is the only one?
She says she's only got one.
Does she know if there's any more? Maybe in the tower?
She's like, I would be surprised. I made this myself. It's not
Okay.
the sort of thing I'd expect them to be dabbling within.
I was wondering if it'd be possible to use this on the giant the corrupted giant, and then use another one for one of the big bads.
The answer is going to be no,
Probably, but
because we only have one.
yeah. But if it was possible to make this one, is it possible to make another one?
With the time and the materials.
What would those be?
Well, these I scavenged most of these components over a period of few months.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed it. Is it for the guardian outside or for the other gribbly things as well?
Like, they just gave you the like. It's up to you guys what you do with the syringe thing. They had given it to you with the with the expectation of, they had given it to you prompted by the discussion about the Moonwarden guy. But if you got basically you just got a magic item that sucks negative energy out of something once. So whatever you guys choose to do with that is up to you.
Yeah, we should save that for the boss then. Figure out some other way around this giant.
I
Or
think we're good. I thought we were like standing right in front of it and it just stood up.
yeah, it's not okay. Yeah.
I think we're kind of.
This was a guy that we
It's
might
kinda
be able
fair,
to, if we can suck the negative energy out of him, then he could be on our side.
Yeah, but then the problem is that we don't have anything to get the negative energy out of the bad guys that we want to
That's
turn
true.
back into good guys.
Oh, I thought we were doing that with the warden, the Moonwarden.
Is that who you want to use the syringe on?
No, I suppose I'm mixed up. I thought that if we sucked the negative energy out of the Moonwarden, he'd be kind of, because he's the dude that sort of looks after the place.
Mhm.
But I didn't. I thought those other dudes were people that were sort of beyond repair, kind of a thing.
We can use our weapons to get the negative energy out of the other dude.
I like that one.
Mm.
That's usually what we
It's a
do.
plan.
So not Duolingo, by the way. I could have sworn I heard the gling thing.
I thought I heard something. I didn't know if it was Duolingo or not, though.
I got a text. It might be that.
Alright.
I'm not on Duolingo.
I used to be on Duolingo. I deleted it because it annoyed me too much.
I'm
What were you
leaving.
trying to learn?
I was trying to learn Japanese.
That feels like a tough one to start on.
Mm.
It's not as hard as you think. I learned quite a few
I mean,
words.
the Japanese people seem to have it down.
Yeah.
Can't be that hard. Yeah, so last week we had left off with you guys had reached the bridge, and at the other side of the bridge, this large stone, looked like a pillar initially, started to rise up and stood. I don't remember how tall I said he was. But he's like 150
Fucking
feet tall,
Feet.
massive
I think
thing.
he said 150 feet.
Yeah,
last
that
time
feels
I
about
thought.
right. He's about half as tall as the Citadel thing in the, kind of behind him. And he kind of stands up at the other end. Let me change the tune. Make it some more tense tune.
Let's be a second.
This is pretty serene.
So he stands up and he's got this big kind of large sort of circular head. There's a light inside it. It glows with this kind of like black light sort of thing. Like it glows. It glows. Yeah, it glows black. And right now you guys are standing kind of on like the grass at the kind of the edge of the bridge. You know, there's grass on this side. Then there's a bridge over to the other side where there's more grass, and there's this kind of chasm in the middle that the bridge spans. And this golem thing stands up on the other side of the bridge and just fixes you all in its gaze and does nothing else right now. What do you guys do?
Wave at it.
This seems simple. Get out on the bridge, remove the bridge.
I was gonna.
I cast remove bridge.
Bridges before. How are we gonna remove it?
I bet.
Hang on.
I was
We
gonna.
didn't remove that bridge that we had to fucking sail past.
Don't we have a demolitions expert on the team?
I was gonna say,
You're?
can
Can
we
we,
make some kind of bomb, right?
I was thinking, instead, if we cast enlarge on that guy, he would be double his weight, right? So, would that be enough to collapse a bridge if he's that big?
I don't know if it's worth finding out.
Yeah, bearing in mind that if he isn't heavy enough to break the bridge, we then have a much bigger and stronger enemy.
He's the same height as the Citadel.
Yeah, I feel like that would be able to crush a bridge.
I feel like that we could have that as like the backup plan. Whereas
Make a bomb first.
No respect, so I'll just blow this up. Right, okay, so I'll look at
he does not make a save against the giant.
Yeah, he probably has a pretty mad constitution, so it might not work.
Might even have like legendary resistances in that, you know?
I'm just sharing the map for you so you can get an idea of the situation. So the bridge you're on is about 50 feet wide. Made this same big heavy white stone that like an Eldris is made out of, and that looks like the same material the Citadel in the distance is made of. And there he is on the other side.
So, see, like under the bridge, is there a river or is it just darkness?
Right now it just looks like darkness.
It sounds perfect.
We could just push him off.
Just shove him off.
You want to try pushing him off?
Can't Rana like summon some eagles or some shit and like try and pull him off?
Oh, not the Eagles, man. Not the Eagles. Anything but the Eagles. A rough night.
This guy's half the size of the Citadel. I don't think eagles are gonna knock him off.
I like
Well, you underestimate the eagles, man.
Let's is there supports under this bridge?
Yes.
Let's blow the supports.
Blow the supports
There-
casually.
They're
Whilst
large
he's standing-
supports. Like the supports
Yes.
are like the bridge is 50 feet
Let's
wide. The
blow-
supports are like 30 feet diameter, big heavy stone.
Well, I guess what you do is instead of trying to work your way through every single one, you weaken every single one. So you can also
think-
use like stone, what's it called? Stone thingy to carve away at some of them. So they're
Stone
like,
shape.
Don't
yeah,
shape.
thank you.
So
Yeah.
we have to do that while fighting this dude?
Well, he
I
hasn't
think-
started moving at us yet.
I think it could potentially be detrimental to us to destroy this bridge.
Potentially.
If we try and leave later and there's
Yeah,
no
that-
bridge,
Question.
Like we said earlier, we have eagles.
Can't we just go around this guy? Do we actually even need to do it?
There's
That's
only
what I was
one way.
thinking.
He might
There's like a
Personally,
back door.
Dropping.
does he look pissed?
He's
don't
making
think
some
he's gonna-
weird like kind of golem sounds and stuff. Like you get the feel like he doesn't like it's
He's
like
not
he's
friendly?
he's assuming a kind of like combat stance, right?
Okay, so he won't fight.
If anyone speaks Golem,
What do you think
Oh,
about sucking the thing out of him?
I don't
He
know
might-
what it is, but I don't know.
He probably speaks like celestial or something.
Speak giant, if that helps. He seems pretty
Yeah,
big.
he might speak giant. Yeah.
Who's the shopkeeper? The Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get Grant over here. You'll have a word with him.
Someone
Oh,
phone.
you'll speak Druid, I would have thought.
It'll take you 2 minutes.
I would have thought
reminds
he'd
me of
speak
that
Druid.
scene in Shrek 2.
I mean, you can try speaking Druid to him, might work. Meanwhile, I
What do we
still
think
drop him
about
into a chasm.
what do we think about using that syringe on him and having him in our corner if it works?
We could
Oh.
probably climb
I-
to the top of the tower with just on his back, and he could ham us into a window.
So it's just one of these things. Is we don't know what we're up against with the other three, whereas we kind of know what we're up against with him. So I don't know. I'm wondering whether that's the.
I think we should save this syringe because I don't know.
Right.
Does this guy look evil?
I think he's just a protector.
No, he was originally like one of the sort of guardians of the place, I think, and then so they've made him. He's been corrupted, so we'd be uncorrupting him.
Oh, making him good again.
Has the golem actually been corrupted, or is it just the people that tell him what to do have been corrupted? Because if we use it
That's a
on
good
the
point.
Oh, that's a
golem
good
dude,
point.
and he doesn't actually have any negative energy or whatever in him, then it's just
Then
kind
it'd
of
be
a
a
waste,
waste.
isn't it?
Yeah.
He's
Also-
just doing his job, man.
If we take the bad energy out of a golem, what's going to change? Will his objective change of defend the bridge, and he'll still attack us even when he's cleansed, or will he be like, hey, thanks for getting the bad stuff out?
Jake,
Yeah, I
what did
don't
they
think
tell us
that's
about
how
the
golems
Moonwarden
work.
last week?
He guards the Citadel. Certainly that was his original function. That's still his function, but he's now also been corrupted with negative energy. And the gist was, you need to go through him to get to the Citadel, is basically the chant.
How much does a golem stick to what it's told? If it's told to defend this castle, will it indiscriminately defend the castle against anyone?
Do we know he's a
Golems
golem? Yeah.
Usually, golems are usually made for a purpose, so I think they usually follow their purpose pretty strongly.
Yeah.
So if we do take the bad stuff out, who's to say it still won't attack us?
Yeah.
Well, it still will, because as Jake said, its purpose hasn't changed. Its purpose
So we gotta
is still
take it
to
out
defend
then.
the bridge.
Push him off the
There's
bridge.
a giant chasm.
So
Can't
just
we
just to
just-
give you guys a scale, right? That bridge, if the golem thing, if the Moonwarden laid down, and he had his feet where he's standing, his head would be where you guys are. Like, he's about as tall as the bridge is long.
Wow.
Just to give you an idea of scale. That's why I made him a square big. When I
Jake, can you remind me again what they said about the gribbly dudes that were fighting? They were like old things that.
They were the first druids, and then they were kind of in charge of teaching new druids and stuff like that. And they were kind of fulfilling the same role as modern day druidic masters. But then over time, they started to kind of have more differing opinions about stuff, and started to experiment on things, and kind of began pursuing this idea of making their own life. And then that eventually evolved into wanting to destroy all natural life and rebuild it with life of their own design.
They're the Borg.
Kinda, yeah.
I think then that we should use that thing on the Moonwarden, because we know that the Moonwarden's been corrupted by negative energy. We don't know that these guys have been corrupted by negative energy. They might just be bad bastards after many years of doing all that stuff.
I say we fly around this guy and steal away.
You're gonna have some
I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Wait, we've got spells to turn people invisible, and we can all feasibly get on the back of an eagle. Because we've done it before.
Yeah, you'd probably have to cast Enlarge on the eagles,
Yeah.
which is feasible.
So, can you summon giant eagles, Griffin?
Yeah, and then we can make them super big.
I can summon things, but I can't be specific about what I summon unless it's bears, I think. Now.
Oh, really? So, because that's kind of what this plan is riding on, is that having a giant eagle that you can then enlarge and then turn invisible with everyone else invisible on it.
The only way to do that is if I turned into one, and then that uses up
could
one of
you
my
turn
shape.
into one?
Yeah, I could turn into one, but I don't know if I can carry everybody.
Right.
We have flying. We have
My
flying.
concern
boots.
is that they've given us this thing to
Yeah,
have
flying
at the
boots.
Moonwarden, and I think I don't know if somebody's just bad and will it suck the negative energy out of them? I'm just thinking that I don't know if they've gone to all the bother of building this giant enormous thing to guard the place. I don't see us being able to fly over it and get in. I think there must be something else in the way.
Hmm.
You would
We
think.
could-
I don't.
We could test flying the gap. We could have one. We can send off a bird to fly across the gap. And see.
We've got Korvaki.
I don't want to send out Korvaki. What if he doesn't come back?
Oh, you got Gale's like wind, or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
no, Gale's ain't here.
Oh yeah, he's in a different
there-
plane of existence.
We could ask the local wildlife, or ask our friend if anything can fly across.
Hey
the gap.
bird, wanna go over there?
Can I ask what's our companion's name?
Loran.
Loran. I'll ask Loran.
Hey Loren,
know any
birds?
Do birds fly across this gap?
I should expect so.
Can anything fly? Like, will this guy try and high five us out the air if we fly past?
It depends if he perceives us as a threat. And she kind of looks on the other side of the bridge and says, I suspect he perceives us as a threat.
So, can we go on the other side of the towers where he can't see us and fly across?
Possibly, it would be a long trek around, but
Be easier than fighting him, right? Do you know these parts? Can you lead us around the gap?
yes.
I don't know if that's worth it. There's probably another Moonwarden on the other side.
There is only one, but the Astrals, I know they are already aware of your coming. They will have sent
Okay.
servants
Oh, so-
to speed you on your way.
What are we thinking, guys? Do we want to try and fly across, sneaky? Do we want to just try and fly right past him, take him down, take the badness out? There's a few options here.
I'm still personally on plan chasm, just because I want to drop him in the chasm.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. If we could like just push him off the bridge somehow, that would be pretty good.
I'm still
Oh
thinking.
yeah, tie a
flat-
rope around his legs.
Yeah,
Nice
That's
and
true.
easy.
80-80 style.
I hope you
I-
guys have
I
really
think-
fucking strong rope.
I want
I
to.
don't know. I think we've got a chance of taking the bad stuff out of him and him being at least good again.
I don't
But,
think
like,
don't think he has emotions. I think he's just kind of there.
We need the syringe to get the badness out of like the head angel.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the head angel might not have any like this is to remove like I would imagine like badness as in like an enchantment, like an actual negative energy. These creatures have just turned that way over time. Do you know what I mean?
But
They might
weren't they good at some point in the past, and then they
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the difference is that they were good in the past, and over the years they formulated their plans and did their things. But that Moonwarden was good and then was made bad by them. So he's kind of under their control, and this would be a way of getting him out from under their control.
Are we sure that the syringe only works on like enchantment times things? It doesn't like work on how they've just kind of corrupted themselves over time. It doesn't work on the.
But
Like, would it make a bad person good?
We won't know if
Yeah, do we
use
actually
the
know
syringe.
like pretty much anything other than it gets rid of bad stuff?
No.
Yeah, that's all we know.
So
It's
like, we does Rana, do we know that they've corrupted this golem or warden or whatever?
I thought we did. I thought that was what Jake had said last week or last time, that those dudes had come in. The Moonwarden used to guard the Citadel, and then was made like he's under their control now.
I think after even if we did remove the negative energy, his job is still to protect the Citadel and the bridge. So we'll be in the same situation, just morally have a bit more high ground.
I'm gonna ask Lorraine. Like, is the big tall dude? Does he have feelings, or is he just a golem, or like, can we syringe this guy?
Yes, he thinks and speaks like any other living thing.
No, okay. I was under the impression he was just a.
Well, he is more bound to his purpose than you or I would be, but he is capable of being reasoned with.
So I remember last week or last time we had a bit of a discussion because I was thinking, oh, it'd be quite nice. I sort of floated the idea of was he savable, and that was essentially the answer was the syringe. But that was just the way my head read it. That might not be accurate.
See, this is why I was thinking that if we had 2 syringes, if our friend could make another one, so we can get the golem and also the head.
Well, that would take months.
It would take months.
Can I ask him if the syringe would work on the elder, whatever they're called, I forget.
I don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
Who would you personally prefer we syringe?
I don't know, I just feel like if there was a back way into this thing, they wouldn't have needed to build a giant big Moonwarden.
We could just try and fly across the gap. That's the back way.
But you know the one we already fought, the big angel thing. I don't know if it's actually an angel or whatever. I can't remember. But did it look corrupted, or did it just look plain evil? Because we've already fought one of them, so I'm assuming they're all going to be kind of the same vibe.
Yeah. I don't know whether they look corrupted.
I mean, you don't really have a point of comparison to be able to, like, you don't have an uncorrupted one to compare to know what a non-corrupted one would look like compared to one that was like it might have looked corrupted, but it might also just be the way they look like, if that makes sense, because you've only seen the one.
I just feel like we've maybe been given this to get past this Moonwarden, but then again, I might be wrong.
I'm just concerned that if we... Sorry, go on.
So can I ask Lorraine or Lauren or I keep forgetting? I'm sorry. Who she would prefer we use the syringe on? If she had someone in mind.
She says, I built it as a form of defense if I was ever to be found. Thus far, I've not been in a position to have to use it. It is... She kind of looks around you. She says, "You are all more seasoned adventurers than me. It is whoever you feel is best."
Lorraine, we're dumbasses. We don't know.
Give us the answer.
20 minutes.
We still don't know, though.
I'm just like, if we use it on the golem, then how will we know if it would have worked on the big-headed angel? Because we won't have it.
I mean, that's vice versa can be said the same thing.
Yeah.
My whole thing is that if we get the evil out of the golem's still bound by his duties, which is to serve the people that he serves, which will still be the evil fuckers.
Yeah, I think
his duty is to protect the Citadel from harm.
Yeah, so if we're not harming the Citadel.
So
why don't we just go talk to him? If we have to fight him, we have to fight him.
Yeah.
If it starts going rough, then we'll use the fucking syringe. How about that?
Just like, hey, can we come in, please?
Hey, dude.
But we could not, and we could sneak around and have the syringe to use on the head angel. Like, do we have one?
Yeah, and then maybe the golems.
Yeah.
Dude, what we could do if we go up, we're like, hey, can we come in? And he says no. And we're like, okay, we'll leave. And then we turn ourselves invisible and sneak in.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll just let us leave.
Well,
Can we come in?
I feel like this is a dumb plan.
Then we cross the gap, and now he's just attacking us on the ground, and we have to get in the tower.
I think with Rurak, I think we should sneak around, try and stab the head angel, and hopefully everybody else will just kind of evil.
I mean,
as a concept.
I believe that the head angel will have more ability to cure everyone than the golem would.
Yeah, exactly. Or it might just the golem might just be fine and just following orders at the moment. Or no, I don't know.
I think it would be a waste to use a syringe on the golem.
I quite like the idea of having a giant 100-foot golem pal, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it would, like Kevin was saying, I'm not sure it would fix the problem.
So are we just gonna sneak in, or should we like talk to him and be like, "Hey, we're not trying to hurt the Citadel. We're just trying to get rid of some bad juju."
I think
We're here to vaccinate.
antagonizing him to attack. He'll probably not like us talking because he's corrupted, and they'll just defend the tower from anyone. We could try.
Jake's done with this conversation. This is walking out. Jake's like, this was supposed to be solvable in 2 minutes.
It's because he prepared the fight, so he's like, try and dodge this fight.
I thought that's what we were doing. I thought a fight was happening like.
Yeah, me too.
It stood up. It was left ambiguous. It wasn't like walking towards us or anything.
We haven't rolled for initiative yet, which means we're not in a fight, which means we can still run away and sneak around the back, or drop him into a chasm. I'm on board for either of those two.
I think we're gonna get absolutely slam dunked by a 150-foot tall metal dude. So
Yeah,
I personally would be up
definitely,
for skating in around the back.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm pro
Yeah, I
that.
think the only problem with like the debate around this range is we don't know what this range actually does. We just know we should use it against someone that has negative corrupted energy.
Yeah.
We don't actually know if it's actually going to turn them good or not, or if it just does like a fuck ton of damage to them.
I could give it a cheeky identify, see if there's any other info. I don't think there is, but
That'd be
I
great.
think it would just tell you what he's already told us, wouldn't it?
Probably.
yeah, but you never know.
Well,
Maybe
There might be some weird
it
side.
gives you like actual gaming mechanics though, so I would hope it actually has like, unless it's just like it cures the thing, but if it has like anything like, oh, it does this amount of damage or whatever, then Identify would tell us that.
Yeah. Okay, well let's do that first and save that because that might. Hello, Jake.
Yo.
Jake. Hello. Can I cast Identify on the syringe thingy?
Yes. You need to give me a minute to like write a magic item for it.
A minute.
Yeah. You continue. Yeah, I'll write it up for you just now.
Groovy. Alright, so I guess show of hands, who wants to sneak around the back and who wants to try and kill him, I guess?
Sneak.
Oh yeah, hands up for sneak. I'm having my hand up.
Okay.
Okay, so that seems like the
I'm fine
majority.
with whatever. I just want to plan.
Okay, cool, we'll sneak. Do we want to try and talk to him first? That's the other thing.
I'd also like to say, for this to be true democracy, Rana needs a vote. He's not here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially because this is his class.
that's true. It's true. Yeah, Rana, maybe Crafton should make the decision what happens.
I think either way, like,
That's not democracy.
we can get past it either way. It just depends how we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I think the fight will be difficult, but there might not even have to be a fight. We might not even have to sneak. We don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Where is everyone running away to?
Hello.
We're just asking what everyone would like to do. Sneak around or try and like go talk to him, fight him, or
I reckon if we're going to try something first, then try to sneak around, because I've got a funny feeling if we try and talk to him, he's just going to batter us, and I wonder, the debate is, for me, is how much of a hit could we withstand from him if he's that big.
yeah, I could just do one.
Yeah.
one
Also,
sword.
going through a fight with him and then going through a fight with the angels, who are already pretty tough, is going to be extra rough.
Yeah, that's why I'm
It's
sort of
not an
wary
angel,
about
I don't actually know what they are.
the eagle idea, because it uses up one of
They are
my shapes.
celestial beings.
Alright, okay, so it sounds like everybody's up, more or less up for sneaking around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
There
nice.
we go.
Jake, do you know if there's any sort of spell that obscures vision or watching on you?
Invisibility.
No, but as an area, as a group, where we could move around, and people couldn't scry us. They couldn't obviously detect the magic.
There's pass without trace, but I don't think it does anything about scrying. I think it just gives you a whole bonus to like stealth rolls.
Incognito mode.
Wasn't there a thing for
private tab?
Wasn't there a thing for? I want to say that fort we had, that keep we had, where there was a spell that was being cast every day that stopped people from.
That's just for a specific location.
Your mic's going weird, Patrick.
Has it?
This is interesting.
It was going between. It was going between like normal and strange.
Any different? Is that okay?
It's fine now, yeah.
Okay.
Okay then, sneaking plan. How are we gonna sneak?
Invisibility.
Don't talk to him.
Sneakily.
Yeah, okay, but how are we getting in?
Right, okay, so I guess option 1 is Raffen turns into an eagle. We make the eagle big. We all climb aboard. Whoever can't get on, we give the flying boots and they fly across. Option 2, I have no idea.
I like option 1.
How big is the chasm?
Wait, is there trees on the other side? Could we Daisy Highway if Raffen gets across alone and then opens a tree portal for us to step into? So we can Daisy Highway across. No need for birds, but does use spell slots. It uses a high level spell slot, I think.
How about I can turn into something like a wee bird or something, can't I? For free.
Yeah.
So I'll go do that and I'll scout out, because if I use up a giant, if the only way to do it is for me to turn into a giant eagle, that's one shape that I won't like. I'll only have 2 more after that, and we're fighting potentially 3 big things. So I'm kind of wary. I'd like to check it out first, make sure that this is possible before we waste the shape doing it.
Let's also get out of the sight of the golem before we start doing all this shit.
Yeah, let's walk into the forest or something. So Raffen, would you?
Yeah, I'll turn into like a crow or something and just fly around the tower and see what I can see.
Do you lose a shape that day?
Not if it's a wee thing.
Okay. Maybe the weirder the better, just so you can try and be a bit more unseen by the giant golem. If we do it out of sight of him, like behind a tower, and he won't see.
I'm feeling these guys will be aware though.
I can't turn everyone invisible.
Well, if we teleport across, there's no need. At least
just in case that, you know, I don't know, in case the fucking golem starts swatting at Raffen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raffen, you are turning into like a crow, and then you're gonna fly across the chasm and skate out.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me a stealth check, please?
Stealth check?
Yes.
Hold on.
How big is the circumference of the hole? Because would we have to like walk a while, or would we be okay?
What hole are you talking about?
So there's the chasm around an island with a tower on it.
I got 19.
19. Okay.
That's quite high. That's quite a high roll.
So you turn into a crow and you flap off and start heading across the chasm after you guys have retreated into the tree line. And you can see that the Moonwarden on the other side of the bridge is still in his kind of humanoid form. He's not going back to being a pillar or whatever, and as you are flying across the chasm, you notice that his gaze kind of tracks you as you're moving in a way that he didn't track any other, there's quite a lot of birds and stuff around over the course of the 10-15 minutes you're standing discussing things. And while there was other birds going around there, his gaze was held pretty rigidly on you as a group. But now, as you fly across the chasm, you can see his gaze kind of turns to follow you, and you're about halfway over the chasm when the black light in the center of his face starts to kind of glow more brightly, and then there is this lance of black energy that is discharged from his face towards you. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
He's lasering you out of the sky.
I thought we were doing this from the
But
other
I
side.
thought-
I thought we're going straight in.
Did you say to do it the other side of the way?
Yeah. I said we have to go around to the other side of the tower to sneak around so he doesn't see us.
The
We
chasm,
can't
the chasm runs for like, it looks like it runs like, it winds like maybe it's like an old river or something. This chasm, maybe it used to be, because it runs for like miles in both
Or is
directions.
it not a circle?
It's not a circle, no. Like it's
Sorry.
like there's just like a rift in the earth, between you and the Citadel.
Okay.
Jake, how do I do a dex saving throw on this thing?
You just hang on, let me. So on the
click on
save
Dex.
side of your sheet, grab Dex and drag it in.
Oh, it rolled off the thing.
Matt, you sent me a D4.
I did. I forgot that feature was a thing. I just found it again.
I got 8. That's not good.
Is he within 30 feet of me? I don't suppose he is.
No, he's about
Ah.
60 feet. Like he's passing the halfway point on the chasm as this happens.
Yeah.
So that's that's about like 90 to 100 feet away from you where you guys are in the clearing.
Good lord, that's a lot of dice.
Fraffin, you take
Oh,
46 necrotic damage. As this beam, like it looks like you're quite a small bird. He's quite a large thing. Like the beam kind of like it bends and sort of seems like it kind of hones in on you. So the rest of you guys watch as this, you see Fraffin start, flapping his way over, and then there's this kind of glowing light, and then there's this lance, and basically all that gets left of Fraffin in the sky as the light fades is just this kind of puff of feathers that drifts down into the chasm below. And Fraffin, I assume you turn back into your elf form.
We've got the flying boots, we could be fine.
So, Fraffin, you are beginning to plummet downwards into this chasm. What is your plan?
My plan is to get back to the safe side of the chasm with my flying boots.
Okay. Oh, have you got the boots on?
Oh, I think so. Hold on.
I mean,
I think you are.
We were
Every
given to
time.
you for the specific scenario.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I don't have them listed on my thing here.
Every time the boots come up, we go through this map and that's the flying boot. In case he gets knocked out the air.
yeah, I mean, if you got the boots, then you're able to give us
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see the boots listed anywhere.
Well, I mean, you guys have the boots as a party, so as long as it's not like Naren or Zerker, who isn't here, has the flying boots
Right.
actually, then you could if you
Yeah, I would have.
arranging it so that you would have had the boots. That's fine. So you kind of get you're wheeling after this this light like slams into your retinas, and you feel it like burning to like the back of your skull, and then you kind of blink and come to, and it looks at first as if you're like you can't see anything, and then you realize that you can see kind of above you the bridge, as you're falling into the chasm, and you click your heels together and activate these boots and make your way back to the cliffside and up. The rest of you can hear this kind of like there's this big there's a big laser sound when he does the laser. If I had my stuff together, I would have made a laser sound. But there's a kind of a corresponding big laser kind of power down sound, and he kind of sort of kind of slouches a bit on the bridge, and begins to kind of scan the surroundings. Can everyone give us a perception check, except for Raffen, who is otherwise is preoccupied.
Jake, can I ask a question?
Yes.
What does the Mr. Golem's eyeballs look like?
He's got one. So he's basically his head is like a circle, except it's missing the top chunk. It's kind of like a very round U. And there's this kind of just this sort of hole in the center of his face, and there's this kind of orb of black light that is burning there right now. That's the closest thing. Like, that looks like it's his eye. That's what he's turning around and pointing at things. So
I was meant to ask this earlier because I was thinking about invisibility, and I was like, he can probably just see through that shit. And now that you've managed to see through Graffin's bird form, I definitely think that's the case.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to use the syringe on him. I don't think, because that's a 10d8 damage that did.
Yeah. I got a 20, not an 18. I have to do it with the thing.
If we can get him out in the bridge, we can go the bridge.
I might just have to go up the bridge.
We can't. I don't know how to get.
That'll be the case.
I don't know what would stop him from just lasering us. You know, why would
If
he?
you can break one of his legs off, he'll fall off, right?
Yeah, that breaking a leg off would be great.
You just break through his ankle.
What have you seen?
I can hear some.
What can you hear?
It sounds like there's troops mobilizing on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, fuck.
Let's.
See, if we suck the badness out of him and he goes on our side, maybe he'll barrack the troops for us.
We gotta run now.
Damn it, I always forget my army.
Shit.
Isn't it up your sleevey?
We run or we fight an army and a giant.
I don't know that it's an army, just that there are troops.
Troops and a giant.
So a few moments later, Raven is able to find his way back to you guys, having fluttered back up the side of the chasm.
Hey, you doing okay? That was a lot.
I got lasered.
Yeah. Are you okay after that?
I've been better.
Does Frafton look like he's healing?
I must be a little charged or something. I'm on like half hit points.
Outwardly you look absolutely perfectly fine. It's like the pain is like inside your, like, it feels like it's soul pain.
Soul pain.
My soul hurts.
I think I could heal Frafton just now.
I'm super bad.
You need like a good soup or something.
Like, the only outward difference in Raffen is that, like, kind of, like, if you look closely, behind his eyes you can see this kind of, like, black light. Like it looks like there's, like kind of, like, behind his, like, pupil. When you're making eye contact with him, it looks like there's, like, something pulsing in the back of his eyeball.
Oh, that doesn't look.
Well, that's not good.
Don't like that.
Okay, Frafton, you're looking a bit funny there. Do you want me to check that out?
Maybe he's developing laser eyes.
Please, that'd be cool if I had laser eyes.
You could shoot other people out of the sky.
Check. Jake.
What?
It's like see if he's okay with that glowiness.
I mean, it's not healthy. You've never seen anyone do that before.
Okay. I don't know anything about Arcana. You'll have to ask Lida. She'll know something.
Lida, I've got spooky eyes.
Spooky eyes. Do I know anything about spooky eyes, Jake?
Not massively. Eyes are usually one of the first things to get affected by like magic. That's why Muir's eyes are all purple, because she's an artificer, and the way they use magic is kind of weird. So it affects them, but the first thing it affects is people's eyes, because it's like a natural port for magic entrance. So like basically when you get exposed to like weird energies, it's usually seen in your eyes first.
It's probably just a symptom. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think if you heal enough, they'll be fine.
Alright, no problem. I'll give Harfna first level cure wounds, see if
Sure.
that helps.
Thank you.
Alright. I can't find it on my spells.
How thick do the legs of the bridge look?
Pretty thick. Like they're as wide as the bridge is, and they're like square. So there's like basically on that map there's like
that's
2 legs.
Oh,
And how big is the gap between those legs?
That's
Around
It's about 120.
Moonwarden size?
Hang on, let me figure it out. So it's
Ran, you get 9 hit points.
9, thank you.
Okay.
it's a okay. They're not quite square actually. They're like 50 by 30, so they're kind of like rectangles. But there's like a 30-foot gap between each.
30 foot.
Yeah.
how thick is the surface of the bridge?
It looks like it's a good like 10-15 feet thick. Like it's a chunky bridge.
I'm not sure I have anything to deal with that.
I
I'm thinking
got
disintegrate, but it's only 10-foot thing.
I got a thing from the identify thing. It just says it sucks energy from the negative plane. So, whatever the negative plane is, that's where all the bad juju's come from.
Well, if we're up against a big fucking warden and apparently an army as well, I think we might as well just use the syringe.
Mm.
and
I
see
don't
if we
think we're
get
getting
more
past him without it.
Should we bail or fight? Because are we going to try and fight a troops and a giant?
Jake, can I cast? Is it augury? The
Augury?
yeah, is that how you say it? Not sure.
Augury, yeah.
Trying to find it.
Can you cast augury?
Yeah,
Sure. Let me check the spell.
I'm also just trying to find it. Where'd
The
it go?
negative plane is where energies of undeath comes from. Healing comes from the positive plane.
Oh no.
So I think if we put that syringe in the big boy, I don't think he'd be able to do necrotic damage anymore.
That's true.
Would it maybe just become like radiant damage or something like that?
Dunno.
We'll still be able to punch on you.
He'll still have a laser beam, and then he'll be on. You know, he'll
Sure.
have a bunch of troops telling him to attack us.
I doubt every troop has, commands for the Moonwarden.
No, but they might speak for his master.
We've got to get a syringe into his eye. Is that right?
Don't know.
That's where Loran had said the crux of his energies would be in.
Oh boy. So we have to stab the massive thing that just shot Harafin out of the sky.
Nice.
Are you
over there and
auguring?
whisper. Sorry?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
If I go over there and go like, "Oi, Moonwarden, come here," and just make like I'm going to whisper, and then when he bends down to listen to what I'm going to say, I can jab him in the eye. That's not going to work.
So do we want to attack now or later?
Right, Izzy, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna ask the augury people. I don't know who I'm talking to exactly. What if we got across the other side without dealing with the golem? What would that be a good wheel of woe or nothing? Right.
So you guys watch as Muir like sits and clenches her fist and her arm starts glowing, and then she closes her eyes.
Good and bad. Don't know what that means.
Like a magic
So,
8-ball.
yeah, can it be in the form of a magic 8-ball, Jake? Guys, I'm sorry, the ball's not being very helpful today.
Are you joking?
Well, either way, there's going to be troops coming towards us, so get up, everyone.
Leaving.
Yeah, yeah. Can I prepare to tidal wave people off the bridge if people come this way?
Good.
Sure, yeah.
No, it's a good idea. I'm
I
going
can
to
also
cast
make
a
some walls.
cure things on me, Jake.
Do you need water
Sure.
to do tidal wave, or can you bring it out of nowhere?
I think you can just bring it out of nowhere.
Okay.
Let me check.
So what is your guys' plan right now?
Bailing back to the cave.
I
Retreat.
know.
Bailing.
What?
else.
What? Like, if we bail, what are we going to do? We're just going to get followed anyway.
Yeah,
And
they
then
know
when we
we're
come
here.
back, these people are still going to be here.
Okay, so we're
So
attacking.
it's either we're bailing on the whole mission or we deal with it. Because I don't think there's any other plan with a golem that can just shoot you out of the sky.
Jake, I'd like to look at the supports underneath the bridge. I can get a good view.
We can't bail now. We're on the moon.
Yeah, give us a stone cunning. Is it history? Whatever one you have to make for stone cunning.
Yeah, I think it's history. Oh man, I use my intelligence modifier. But I think I get double proficiency in it. Is that how stone cutting works?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
Plus 8, so 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a craft you've ever seen before. It's definitely not dwarf made. So yeah, the pillars, there's 3 of them. They're about 50 by 30, so they're kind of a rectangle. You can't see where the base is; they just extend down into blackness below. They look quite old. They look like they're not. Like they're clearly very old, but they're also clearly quite well made because they're in quite good repair given how old they are. Like they look like they're like thousands and thousands of years old. And most stonework you've seen that's. What are you doing? You're mousing.
Damn it, man, shut up.
Jake, I casted Cure Wounds on me, and that was my rolls in the.
Okay,
the
that's fine.
thing.
Yeah, so it's like you can tell looking at it that the stonework is like 3, 4, 5,000 years old, and easy, and it looks like it's still pretty like fresh. So like whatever it's made of, either whatever it's made of is sturdy, or the people that made it knew what the heck they were doing when it came to stonework. So like there's weaker points on them, and things like that, but like they're overall pretty sturdy.
I want to see if I can find out what I think is the weakest point. And I'm thinking if I use like stone shape combined with a whole bunch of explosives, then maybe we could take out one of the legs.
Let me just,
Can I
let me
ask-
just read stone shape.
Can I ask Rurik if he thinks if the golem was twice the size, would that break the bridge?
Maybe. But also when I mean, just from his weight, hard to say.
From Rurek's expertise in stone shit.
I was also going to say, it's got to take time to plant bombs and carve away at legs, and there's troops mobilizing right now.
Yep.
We're going to get shot at.
Given the size of the legs, Rurek, you reckon an explosive would probably do more than stone shape would? Like stone shape would do it like a small corner.
I mean, it's just like plant the explosive in it. If you can like.
Oh
get
right,
it
like burrow in and then. Yeah, probably. Like you know, like the outside is very well worked, but like the inside, it's difficult to tell. And a lot of the other stone you've seen around here is kind of porous, kind of like a rock sponge.
How are you how are you getting to the leg though? That's going to be the problem. If I flew across there and got zapped, I think he's going to zap anyone that...
I'll use the boots of flying. I'm going underneath the bridge so he won't see. He'll be obscured by the bridge. Me and Muir are going to go just now. Hopefully Muir can get a bomb made by the time we get down there. Plant it.
To attune to the boots of flying.
Yeah, you need to.
Oh, man.
We're not really in any rush, though.
I mean, are they charging?
Oh, yeah, those guys. Well, are they charging?
Grappling hook.
You haven't seen anyone emerge yet.
I think they might just be hanging about.
Okay. So maybe I can get the boots of flying now, and unless someone can cast fly on me, is that a thing?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Another question that I was going to ask earlier, but I forgot about. Does there seem to be an entrance at the top of the Citadel?
Give us a perception check.
Is what? Well, you might not have to sneak into the entrance, but we could sneak into the top of the thing.
True.
That's +2 is 19.
19. You can see there's kind of like you can see a glint at the top of the Citadel that looks kind of like it might be from glass. You can't see any obvious entrance. Like it looks like it's kind of just stone, but like stone all the way up. But you can also see like it's kind of there's a slight kind of dip at one point at the top of the roof. It kind of like is flat, but then it goes like around about that little divot. You think you can see like a glint of like sunlight reflecting off something like glass, but it could be something else. It could be like like could be metal or something. But it kind of reminds you of like window reflection.
I'm going to guess because it's druid shit, it's not going to be metal. Is my deduction. But that's also a plan. We could just try and figure out a flying situation. Fly super high up in the fucking air above. Hopefully that guy's laser beam doesn't have that much range. Because it is double the size of him. So we'd be twice up the size of him and then go in the top and then just deal with the fucking boss. And
You used to say his laser beam has infinite length.
It might be worth trying to see if he can actually see through invisibility, because maybe he can.
true.
You could tell that I wasn't a real crow.
Jake, do I
Wait,
know
did I
anything
make-
about golems and whether or not they can usually see through? Because they only have a golem or something. I thought you had weird eyes or something, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you guys had Cam, the rune golem. It depends. It varies. Some like they can be made to do that. There's nothing intrinsic about golems that means they have that by default. But like if a wizard, golems are usually made by wizards, and like if a wizard has enemies that like to be invisible, then they'll usually make it so that they're got like as a habit, they'll usually make golems that can see stuff that's invisible. But it's not a guarantee.
And this is a fairly big, beefy golem with most of the works, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can test it, but I'm pretty sure he will be able to. What's plan?
What's the plan?
What's plan?
You guys
I
see
think it might
movement
be-
on the bridge.
Yeah,
Alright,
would you be able to cast fly on me? And I'll
Yes.
piggyback us down to the pillar, and we can plant stuff in the
Plan
support.
what?
I can put my fireball into something. I can also stick my little cannon in there as well, so you can set it off for us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool,
So we do,
right.
like- Yeah.
Right, let's try this. This can't possibly go wrong.
No, definitely not.
I got feather fall if things go really tits up. Right, let's
Are these
Right, let's do
soldiers
that
coming
then.
towards us, Jake?
Yeah, there's movement on the bridge. You guys see these 6 red-skinned people. They look kind of like Loran. They're similarly kind of gangly. and they have these blindfolds on, and they're armed with staves, and they emerge out from in between the Moonwarden's legs, and looks like they're searching around as they kind of start crossing the bridge.
Me and Muir will go off to the side, and I'll piggyback her or give her a piggyback, and we'll fly down.
Are the rest of us gonna distract then? Because
Yes.
Yeah.
We should maybe come up with a
you
plan
guys are
for.
gonna get spotted.
We should maybe come up with a plan for if we are going to syringe that Moonwarden, because we might be that we have to. How are we going to get near his eye?
And if we drop him down a chasm, he'll definitely be below us.
I can still
Just
fly.
jump down the chasm after him.
Yeah, but there's. I'm just thinking. We've got a bunch of dudes potentially come towards us and the Moonwarden, and like if the explosive thing works, brilliant. But if it doesn't, then if the explosion thing doesn't work, if they're not on the bridge when the explosion goes off, even if the bridge falls, we can't get across anyway.
We can fly across if we want the explosion to take out the.
Not with the Moonwarden still there, we can't fly across.
No, what I'm saying is we want the explosion to take out the Moonwarden.
Yeah.
We want to drop him into the valley.
Chasm.
Chasm.
But also, so if he doesn't come forward,
Yeah.
then because he doesn't need to, he could zap us from probably. I don't know whether Jake was halfway across the chasm.
You're about halfway
Did you know
across,
he's
yeah.
at? So we know his range is at least that far. So
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, he'd have to be like smack in the fucking middle of the bridge for it to work as well, right? Because like, if that explosion isn't big enough and the whole bridge doesn't all collapse, like he's a big dude. Like it's gonna take a while for him to drop, and also he's gonna stick his arms out and just grab onto something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is as tall as the bridge is long.
Yeah.
Shall we go ahead and charge them?
what do we? How do you want to try and get how will we try and zap him in the eye? If that's going to be a thing, because I've got a funny feeling he's going to kick our asses if we don't do it.
Well, whoever Meerkats fly on can take a syringe and needle it in the eye and.
Oh, I've got an idea. I never have the thing on me, so I forget the range. But you know that cloak that means you can teleport? How far can you teleport?
I think it's quite
I like
far.
obviously. Oh, because we could get far enough, and as soon as he starts to zap us, we could like blink out the way towards his face, and then jab him in the eye.
Isn't it like 120 feet or something?
It's Dimension Door that it does, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 500
If
feet.
you take like one other person.
500.
500 feet. Oh, right. Okay. So yes, if I could take someone with me who could fly, that would be grand.
Can you cast
So do we know what kind of check, what kind of ability you would need to jab it in the eye? Is it going to be strength, or is it going to be like dex? Like, is it going to be something that's forceful, or something that you need to like just get it in the right area?
I assume his face is pretty big, so it might be just a force thing.
I'll jab it in his eye.
We might need some. Should we not have the tanks and whatnot on the bottom?
Tanks aren't here.
Craft and Ire tanks and Warden.
Ah.
Someone, yeah.
Any volunteers? Actually, who's the most dexterous in case we have to dodge a laser midair?
My dex is 14.
Jake, I've got an issue. I jumped off the chasm and I can't jump.
Oh no.
Muir could go alone, but if she gets down, then she'll be off.
She's dead. She'll fall
Yeah.
100 feet.
Yeah, she's dead.
With it,
Just-
with if you could, because at least one of us could cast Featherfall if someone got knocked out.
I could, but I don't think I'm going to be any use with the syringe. Is the problem? I think I should be someone with a high strength that does it.
Ah, okay.
And I can still cast Featherfall as a reaction if I'm down on the bridge if I see you fall. So.
Okay. Right, Ward then. Cool.
Yeah.
Groovy. Right. Okay. Can we get invisibility, or do you think it won't do anything?
I don't think it will do anything, but I can give it to you if you want. But if I give you the visibility, it means I can't cast any spells because it's.
All right, that's fine then.
Or I can't cast any concentration spells, and that's what most of my shit is.
Cool.
Plus it's
Last thing.
teleportation. You're going from the ground just onto his face.
Is it that close, Jake?
I think like 500 feet on this map is like off the map.
Oh, okay, good, cool. Right.
I
So
can't-
do
my
you,
maps disappeared.
You
you
have
want
to go
to
into
get-
maps and click Citadel, the main bridge. If you close it.
right?
So I think it's best if we start causing the distraction first,
Mhm.
and then you do it, because if you teleport straight onto the dude and then he sees you and he hasn't.
Yeah, we need them
started
shooting at
dealing,
us.
plus he's just gonna laser beam you like straight away. So we don't. Want
All right, cool. So wait for the distraction. Teleport in his face. Jab him in the face. Sounds good. Ward, give me a piggyback.
Okay.
And Ward, take the syringe. Cheers, pal. Right, I'm ready to go.
Okay, is everyone prepped? Is there any cover on our side of the bridge, Jake?
Of relevance, with Dimension Door, is that you can only bring someone your size or smaller.
Shades.
Ah.
You could shrink
Ward is
Ward.
bigger, right?
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Right, who else has got the second highest strength score?
I do,
Might be
but
me.
My strength's 14.
Any
What's
advantage?
your
on
strength, Rurik?
I think with the gloves
Mine's
is
20.
pretty high. Although 20 might be higher.
I might have a thing to help with people's ability things. I'm not sure.
Mine is
Wow.
19.
That's pretty
You're
good.
so
I don't know if Rurik should go up though, just because he's the healer.
You said
Matt's
they had
character's
20?
stronger.
I'm stronger, but I'm also a Dragon Ball. So
What are you talking
That's the same.
Bigger
That's the
than
same
this.
height range, isn't it?
Well, that's the same
Could be.
size.
Hmm.
Or is it?
You both take up one square.
It's just, yeah.
Oh
it's just
no,
normal
to be fair,
size.
yeah, Ward also takes up one square, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Because Ward,
Alright,
yeah,
okay,
actually
good.
think about it. Ward could put on the cape and bring you fine. So there's not really any
Okay.
reason why you couldn't
There's no
bring it.
issue then.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sorry.
What is Ward's strength?
20.
And also the least at risk of falling, because we can just put it back together again. No offense, Ward.
Also, he has a pretty high constitution.
Alright.
Okay.
Right, cool.
Before you guys head off, I'll cast Beacon of Hope. Or whatever.
Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope. Is that what it's called? It's the thing where you get the most healing.
I think it's Beacon of Hope.
It is, yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, it's only a number of creatures within range though. But is that only upon casting
I
the
think it's
spell?
at the point of casting. That's how we've
So
been doing
you-
it so far. So
Okay, so if they leave range, then I can still give them the max healing and stuff, and they still get
Yeah.
the benefits of being. Okay. Yeah, if we're going to attack, then I'll do that. Are we meeting them halfway across the bridge, or are we letting them come here? Or are we advancing?
I would say just hold the other side of the bridge. Like, still on the line, but.
Me and Ward will hide behind something until.
Well, okay, yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, lads. Come on.
Let's-
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
prep as well by. Or, like, initiate, I guess, by getting a wall of force on our side of the wall. I can't really put it in, but I basically want that to be our cover type thing, because nothing can pass through it.
sure. So you want just like that? Does that go? Is it? I don't. Is that the right size?
It's hard. Ooh, it's hard to do. What is it?
Jake, how many wild shapes do I get? Is it 3 or 4?
3.
3. And an elemental takes 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Jake, I'd like to cast Guardian of Fate.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to wait until they're a little bit closer. Once they're within 30 feet, then I'll cast.
It doesn't
Right.
say how big it should be or like how long.
You can shape a flat surface made up of 10 by 10 foot panels. So you have, yeah. So you could do 100 foot by 10, or you could do 50 by 20, or 20 by 50, or 10 by 100.
5, 10, 15. Let's say about 20 feet across, and then yeah. But I want it to be like kind of angled,
Okay.
so that it'll give us cover from the big bully.
Sure. Right, okay. So you guys are... So Muir and Ward are going to try and teleport onto the Moonwarden, jab him in the eye.
Yep.
And everyone else is going to engage with these red dudes. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Yep.
Can everyone make an initiative roll then? Because...
Oh, I forgot to fucking.
Oh,
never
shit.
mind. Oh, I rolled good as well. I forgot
Which
to
one?
roll it as initiative.
There it is.
Oh, I didn't do that either.
Why did it roll 2?
Do we do
How
that
do you
from...
roll it of initiative?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
On if you go onto your main page, there's initiative, which is between AC and speed.
It says in it.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
God, sorry.
In it.
Give it.
That's +3, so I have 50.
19.
15 for Muir.
No, 19.
I rolled so good before, it's annoying.
that's rubbish.
When's the back one?
You got a 19 before, didn't you?
I did. I roll it as initiative.
That would have been a 20 then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like the. Okay. I was about to say the Moonwarden got a 78 there.
Yeah, I didn't mean for him to cut 7. Thanks.
Quite a high roll for initiative.
He's really breaking barriers here.
Right. So, Zarzan, it's you.
Okay.
Stars then.
I'm gonna shoot fuck out this. What that? Oh, hang on. Right. Shoot that boy.
Okay.
Shoot that boy.
Hang on. There we go. Okay. So I get advantage because it's the first attack of combat,
Mhm.
and he's yep, first attack of combat. So I'm gonna shoot him. So I attack twice. So here's the first attack. As a hit
Okay.
for that much damage,
Nice.
and then I attack him again. Do I get advantage on the second attack?
If it was just because it was the first attack in combat, then I don't think so.
Fair enough. Oh, it wasn't on him. Does a 10 hit him?
A 10 does not hit him.
Hang on, wait, what? I rolled a... Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. My bad. Am I good? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that'll do nicely.
Okay, that's another 10.
Okay.
And then I can make another attack against this dude, because he's within 5 foot of the original target.
Mm-hmm.
Which hits for 8 now. And I think that's...
Okay. So you guys are, I take it you're bursting out of the tree line and dashing onto the bridge before the round starts. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Yep.
leg it out the undergrowth, onto the bridge. Zarzan, as he's going, pulls out, 3 arrows, fires 2 off at once, and then fires another one that tweaks through the air, and they slam into the chest of these red-skinned monk-looking guys. Anything else on your turn, Zarzan?
No.
Okay, then
Sarson's a badass.
Krafen, it's you.
I am going to summon some bears and turn in a bear.
Okay. So I need to...
Save my elementals for the big dudes.
So... Into brown bears. Okay, so where do you want them, Krafen? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't pressing the button. Could you move, like, the bear that's on the top left, can you maybe move him 2 squares along? Perfect.
Yep.
And the bear on the right, can you move him 1 square to the area?
Sure. Nice and symmetrical. And then you're turning into a bear as well.
Bears. Yeah, I'll be in the middle.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
That's all I can do.
Rurak.
I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith. It's a 4th level spell.
Okay.
What size of first level? 4th level, yeah. Okay, that's good. And then, I don't know, I think I need a 2x2 Guardian. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for duration and occupies space of your choice. So,
Okay.
can I show, just basically at the end of that arrow, but on the right side, so Raffen can be beside it on the left.
Okay. I need to get a thing that's opens. What's it? This will be fine. So like that. So you mean?
Yes. Yeah, just 1 space to the left.
1 space to the left.
Yeah, like that. Perfect.
Like so. Okay.
Yep. And yeah, any creatures that come towards him will get hit by him.
Sure.
Yeah. But that's my go. I think that was an action.
Okay. Muir, it's you.
Can I hold my turn until the big dude's gone?
Yes. Lida, it's your turn.
I was gonna ask if I could have done my wall of force thing while running up. I knew I wanted to do
Oh,
it
sure, yeah.
as a range of 120 feet.
Okay.
So I could have done it while
Sure.
we were charging, I guess.
So how big did you say it was? 20 feet?
I wanted it to be like 3 panels along, so I think that's 30 feet actually, and then it goes. It's like 3 by. Is it 3 by 3? No. 3, and then there's 7 panels left, so it would go like 2 panels up. I don't know why it says it like this. It makes it complicated. But it's 3 along, and then it's like 2 up. And I want it to be angled, like that.
So is that two vertical up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
so you're
hard to.
yeah. So you're just making a wall, not like a box, right? Is that right?
Yeah. It's just like
Okay.
a sheet kind
So
of.
it's
A
so
cover.
30 foot by 10, and then you got like you're making like a little kind of greenhouse shape. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I think I understand what's going on. Yeah. Okay, we'll just leave it as the 30-foot one because I don't imagine anyone's going to be.
I kind of want it to be hugging the left side, rather than in the middle.
The left side. Okay, so like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So now it's kind of a choke.
Sure.
Or,
Okay, so you do that as you're running along, and then what are you doing on this turn?
Was I thinking about that? I didn't think about. Where am I? Who am I? There I am. I'll fireball these fuckers because they're a big circle.
Okay.
Is that fireball? I don't know if that's fireball. Yes. Oh wait, I can click on all of them, right?
Yeah. If you get them all.
Click myself, and then click all these fuckers, and then they have to make dex checks.
I think you can just make them do
roll
it.
the damage. Or do I have to do it?
So if you hang on, let me have a look. So in your spell bit, there should be like a save button that will make them do the save.
Boost. It's a 3rd level spell. That's the. So this. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. And then if you roll the damage, it'll do it.
Oh, okay. So then. And now I roll the damage?
Yep. Blah! Cool,
Yeah,
okay.
I did some damage, and then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. Oh wait. Here. So I'm underneath the cover, kind of. There,
Why do I have a...
Oh,
It asked me to approve you.
that's weird.
I don't want it to do that. Yeah, I don't think I'll do it again.
Administrator.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, you guys emerge onto this bridge. Starson's firing off arrows. Lita pulls this big, this giant ember out the top of her staff and hurls it, and it streaks through the air. It's this big orange light and impacts on the bridge, and kind of bounces a couple times and then detonates. And this big ball of flame washes over these red-skinned guys. And then who's up next? Ward.
I'm gonna also hold my
Sure.
turn till.
Okay. So it's the big lad. No. I'll have to read his stat again. Blah. Takes 1 step. Is he gonna? Just takes 2 steps.
Oh, jeez. There he is.
He's 150. He's like big legs. 2 strides.
He's here.
He's fucking yeah. He's right there, and he's gonna try and squish you guys.
All of us.
So he's gonna. Okay, so who's within 15 feet of Raphael?
All of us.
I am, but there's
Oh.
a wall of force in the way.
Oh, there's a wall of force.
I think me and Ward, we're gonna go hide behind a rock somewhere.
Okay. So you're in Ward or you're in the way. Yeah. There's a big immovable wall in the way. So he, you watch these 2 big feet come down, and then he raises this one hand and like brings it, like smashes it down, and it ricochets off this invisible barrier on top of the bridge. Like would have literally squashed all of you guys under his fist, except there's an invisible plane in the way, and he kind of looks confused. Like his orb kind of rotates and it squishes and stuff, and that's basically all he can do.
It's weird.
He walked within distance of the Guardian of Faith.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Aha! He's gonna get zapped for that.
Okay.
Fuck up his toes.
He needs to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
I don't know how it makes a dex saving throw.
Badly. He's not very dexterous. -2.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I guess he
Pretty
fails.
bad.
Yeah, he's not doing very well on that one.
20 radiant damage.
Okay.
Right in the toes.
So yeah, he brings this fist gets brought down, and then Rack's thunderous servant then has appeared on the bridge, lashes out with this like spear of lightning, and you watch as it like you've seen this thing before, and it like it usually looks pretty gnarly when it attacks someone, but it looks particularly gnarly, like it actually tears like a rift in the guy's wrist, and sinks this spear like deeper in, and then pulls it out again, and his wrist goes back to normal. But it looks like it did more than you'd expect it would normally. So then it's these lads.
Can mean.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were gonna go. Yeah, go for it.
Right. Dimensions are on his face.
Okay. So you guys blink out of existence. Give us an acrobatics check, both of you, to stick the landing. Because he's not like flat. Like he's like a person, kind of.
Acrobatics. Oh no.
Acrobatics.
Got a -1 in acrobatics. Oh dear.
Can I cast? Actually, can I do my reaction thing on? It's not going to make a difference if I do Ward. Myself? That feels mean. Actually, hold on, can I quickly see if I've got any reaction spells?
Sure.
Is what's the spell? I'm just trying to see if the climbing spell thing is a reaction or not.
The climbing spell thing.
Yeah, the one you can stick to stuff.
I don't think it is a reaction.
Fuck.
Spider climb.
God damn it, yeah. It's not. Well, can I give +6 to myself? I would give it to Ward, but I don't think it's going to save him.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
So what is it? What does your +6 look like?
Mad scrambling on.
Sure. Okay. So you guys, Mirror and Ward, you put an arm on each other's back and then blink out of existence and blink into existence again. On on him, But he's like, so like you blink into existence as he is like his whole body is reverberating with the impact of an unstoppable hand meeting an immovable wall of force. Like there's this, like it's like, you know, there's like an earthquake underfoot, and you guys kind of land, immediately
Featherfall,
slip. Featherfall.
Yeah.
Who are you featherfalling?
Can I do multiple people at once?
Do me, because you're on my back.
Alright, well, I'll do both of us then.
Okay. You can't get your +6 if you only got one reaction. So one or the other.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, Ward's got the thing, so I'll do Featherfall.
Okay. Sure. So you guys, you blink into re-existence, kind of on like a shoulder, basically, like kind of like on a collarbone where you'd expect a collarbone would be, except it doesn't have one. And there's this, you know, you land stably. You can kind of blink into existence there, but there's this tremor underfoot, and you kind of slip and start kind of like slip and sliding down his arm. And then it's the monks.
It's Ward's go, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose, it's Ward's go, yeah. So Ward, you are slip and sliding down an arm.
Can I stop myself?
How would you do that?
Just grab onto anything that's sticking out.
Okay, give us
Is it completely like smooth?
It's pretty smooth, but it's kind of it's like rough stone, so you can probably try and grab something on. So give us an athletics check.
I'll try grab him. Is that a strength check?
Yeah, go for athletics.
That's a grab athletics. That's good.
Okay, right. So we're gonna treat this like a skill challenge.
For 2.
Skill challenge for 2. So you guys teleported up there. That's 1 success. You Ward grabbed on. That's 2 successes. So you had a slippy sliding. That's 1 failure. So next round you'll get your next stab at the skill challenge. You need 3 successes before you get 3 failures. You're on 2 successes. You got 1 failure. So there might only be 1 more round. Then it is the monks who are gonna. No, I don't want to grab him. Fantasy grounds. That's just okay. So I wanted to move these guys in formation. But... Okay. Yeah. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fast.
Oh, jeez.
Fast.
They're swarming, Bunty.
That is their move. So it's other 4. It's Loran, who is gonna target one of them. And misses. So you watch as Loran gonna like puts a grip to her skull, and her like kind of her fingers start to flare, and there's this kind of like light that forms on her forehead, and then streaks off towards one of them, and kind of it's like kind of like bounces off like a sheen around their head. Sargon, it's you.
The stab. I forget, did I ever actually manage to attach that sickle to the end of my spear, or was that just a concept that never happened?
I mean, would you have tried to do it?
I absolutely would have tried.
Then it'd probably work. I think we had said it was like if you get a 1, like it's secure, but if you get like a 1, then it will like fall off. You have to retend it.
Right, okay. Oh, I'm gonna go there. $20.
20.
That's a crit.
Uh,
Oh,
Oh no, it's
No, it's
actually
not.
19. Never mind.
oh.
I got confused.
There we go. So,
Well, it breaks.
oh dear.
second attack.
Okay, so Sargon darts in there. Gives one slash with the sickle. Cuts in on one of these guys, and then kind of instinctively goes to follow up with an actual stab, except it's a sickle on the end, so it doesn't really, like, you know, before he can realize his mistake, he's already, like, you know, just, like, forced this kind of rounded edge, and it just puts pressure on it in the wrong way, and the rope just snaps, and the sickle falls and clatters on the ground. Your spear still works, but... so how much damage was that?
Guys, you needed the sickle for.
Where is the...
It's fine, we can reattach it once we're done.
Finn turned off his camera for some reason.
So did Patrick.
Okay, Patrick just covered his.
Fantasy Grounds is kind of weird. I decided these people weren't people anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn. Just everything I can do.
Okay. Give me a minute just to fix this. No, I don't want to do that. This game is stupid. Okay, so that was Sargon. Malburn's not here. So it goes back to the top of the round. Which means it's Zarzan's turn.
See if I was to move here. Can I hit... I can hit this guy. Can I also hit the guy to the left of him?
Yeah.
I would like to... Are they...
Whoa.
God.
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
Are they
There you go.
both advantaged against?
Yeah, Sargon, yeah, they would, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
You got people there.
I'll shoot this dude first, and then I plan to shoot the other dude.
Go for it.
So, attack 1 on this dude. Is a hit. And then attack 2 on this dude. Is a hit. And then attack this dude. Is it? Okay. That's me.
Okay, so Zarzan, arrives, fires off his arrows, darts to the side as these monk guys move in, fires off 2 more. Some of them are looking a bit like pincushions now. They've got like 2 or 3 of Zarzan's arrows in them. And then... Raffen, it's you.
Right, we'll deal with Bear on the right.
Okay.
And I take it like that blue line. Is that where Lyda's barrier?
That's
thing is?
Lyda's wall. Yeah. I'm not sure what the black line is. I didn't drop the black line.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out whether other bear can get to
Gonna just remove the black line.
get to the dudes.
I think
yeah.
that's supposed to be how long it is, like above us.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Oh, no.
Right, Jake. If the bear on the right will move 1 square to the right and attack the rightmost V.
Okay. I'm gonna move like that.
2 seconds. Let me just get bears up. Okay, right. So I'll do bite first, then claws.
Sure.
That's not going to hit. That's for a bite for 2, but it'll be
No.
+5 or sorry. Hold on. Yeah, +6, so it's 8. That's not going to hit. Will 13 hit?
13. Don't believe a 13 does hit. No.
Now,
13 is not good enough.
can other bear run to the side beside the first bear?
I think
Or
if
is
you
there
move
room?
forward a little bit, then yeah.
It can. I think it can probably squeeze. I'll say it can squeeze. I think that's fine.
Okay. And it'll attack the left feet, the diagonal feet.
Sure. Go for it.
So that's 22. Will that hit for a bite?
That will hit, yeah. So then,
For claws. That's a 1 for claws.
okay. So the claw's not going to hit, but
But the bite will do 1d8 +4.
okay. So
So 5 in total.
5 to number. Sure. So both these bears, they rain blows upon them. And one of them nimbly dodges out of the way of both of them. The other one nimbly dodges one, and then gets a nice big claw rake down its chest. And he kind of, you hear the sound of like you hear like a grunt of pain, but like in your head. Anything else on your turn, Raffen?
Well, I can't really attack anything because there's no space. So can I hold my action till the end?
Yeah. What are you holding for? You need to have
I was
like
gonna
a
hold-
trigger.
Oh, I see. I was going to hold until the Moonwarden has gone.
Okay. Rurik, it's your turn.
I would like to cast Call Lightning.
Uh-huh.
How do I mark? Oh, that's marking him. Pointer circle. It's like right there. That's a weird way of doing it. That
Sure.
little square.
That's right there. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I can make a square. So draw a square. Ah, there we go. That does 15.
Uh-huh.
There. So it would push. So it's going to be on them there. That's how much damage it's going to be. It's going to do a 3rd level.
Okay.
So that is. They have to make a dex saving throw.
You have to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Fine.
Ooh, that's a good roll. So anyone that fails is going to take 27 damage, and if they pass, it's going to be 13 damage.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go clockwise. 21. 9. 8. 21. So 2 21s, I assume they pass.
Mm-hmm.
And the 9 and the 8 do not pass. So that's 3 and 6 pass.
Mm-hmm.
So they take 13.
Doesn't hit the mega boy.
Oh yeah, I suppose it does, doesn't it?
Probably, yeah. And then 4 and 5. Whatever, 27. They're not looking great, 4 and 5. And then, yeah, the big lad, unlikely to make a save. -1. Not the most dexterous.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 20, so he's on that much damage.
Cool.
Sure.
So everyone that took lightning damage there gets pushed back 10 feet from the source of the lightning bolt.
Oh yeah.
Over the edge.
Over the edge with those two.
Yeah, the exact same idea as me.
Okay.
Nicely done.
And also, see the servitor with the guy who's in the north of the square. He's within 10 feet of the servitor, so the servitor would be able to hit him.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
It's another next save to go for him.
Sure. He doesn't make it, I don't think.
Alright, so he's going to take 20 damage.
20 damage.
Mhm.
Number 3. Lads, come on. You're not doing... I expected better from you, NPCs. Sure, and then the Moonwarden, I guess he gets pushed back as well, right?
Well, no, because the pushback is only for like one size up, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I don't think pushback everything.
Okay. So yeah, Rurik holds his hammer aloft and beckons this huge bolt of lightning that slams into the bridge. And you hear this crackling sound as it emanates across the stone. 2 of these guys get kind of like thrown backwards. They do a backflip in the air, and then kind of you hear this like scream in your head as they start falling into the chasm.
Slightly horrifying. But cool.
Anything else on your turn, Rurik?
I'm kind of happy here. I'll be right here.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, try and make sure you're underneath the wall.
Oh, where's the wall indicate by? The 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
It goes all the way back to where you are, but it's 30 along.
I'm back where I was. I didn't move.
Okay, Muir. You are on Ward's back. You guys are scrambling up the Moonwarden. You're in a skill challenge. You've got 2 successes. You got 1 failure. How are you going to help speed this climb to its conclusion?
I would like to cast Fire to Climb on Ward.
Okay. That would probably do it. Give us an Arcana check for good measure.
I can do. Where is me? $18.
Yep, that'll do it. So, yeah, you guys are safely on. You know, you cast this spell. You attach something to Ward, and then his boots go all like, you know, they go weird. And you can stand up on and walk around on this guy as you're, you know, legging it up the side of him and towards his face. So when you guys reach it on, but probably on Ward's turn, you'll be able to try and stab it in the thing.
Great.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Okay. Then Lida, it's your turn.
Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to stand there. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave on these 3. Where's the button? made it. These 19, 20, and a 19.
Whoa.
These guys are bastards.
That's more like it.
Oh, there we go.
Lads, come on.
Oh, that's annoying. Well, they're not pushed, which is annoying.
Okay,
But they take some damage.
sure. Yeah, so Lita runs over and, draws these 2 runes on her hands and then clamps her hands together and there's this big burst of air. It kind of sweeps towards these guys and they, push off and lift up, like jump into the air and do a somersault and land again. Kind of a bit shaken, but where they were. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Then Ward, it's you.
Stab him!
You've won the skill challenge, so you're, it's kind of sort of strange narrative construction of a turn. You're legging it, and now it's your turn to do what you want to do. But you are within range of stabbing this thing into the guy's eye.
What to do? I think I'd stab him in the eye.
Go for it. Give us an athletics check.
Okay. I can do that. Give him a big old stab. Come on. Fucker.
Oh, +6. +6.
+6.
Do I have anything to reroll? I don't have.
I don't.
Can I do? Is this counted as an attack?
Not really. I guess kind of. Yeah. It probably does. You could probably go again for a second attack. Yeah.
Yeah, can I get a second attack? That's more like it.
Okay, there we go. So, Ward, and Mura's on Ward's back, and you guys run up the side of this, up the shoulder, having slid down it, and run up to this guy's eye. You can see this hand from below is being lifted up to try and claw you guys from its face, and Ward slams this syringe into its eye, and nothing happens for a minute, and then Mura's like, oh no, you just taps a button on the top, and then it starts sucking, filling with this black, drawing this black energy out of his eye, and it emits this kind of keening hum as it does so, and starts to vibrate, and the whole Moonwarden is he's shaking and trembling, and then kind of falls to one knee.
Oh fuck.
So,
Got him.
0 to 10 is left, and above is okay. So it's his right knee. So he squashes all the monks.
Oh no.
What?
Are you okay?
Sorry, guys.
You know what? What's a better fate? Falling forever or getting squished?
Sargon, can you give us a dex save?
Shit.
Sargon gets squished.
He might.
Let's find out. That's really did he get squished.
Oh dear.
Sargon is
He's a
not
pancake.
good.
Death is just an initiation into the crypt.
Okay. So it's 35. Bludgeoning to you, Sargon. You'll be able to jump out of the way. You're a soldier. So, yeah, this guy falls to one knee. I think the bears will probably get extinguished by this. Sargon is able to jump out of the way.
Not the bears.
And you hear this squelch as all these redskin. They're got these staves ready to bash fuck out of someone, and then just they kind of look up and get this knee in the face. And the warden starts to vibrate, and then kind of, you see the black light in his eye starts to, like, it kind of, like, it gets darker, but also the blackness goes away, so it does get brighter, and starts to glow like white. Let me change the chins. And it kind of grips the side of the bridge and sort of is trembling for a moment, but doesn't seem hostile anymore.
Whee!
Giant friend. Well,
Want to give a hello?
anybody speak Gollum?
We're still on his head, right?
Yeah, you are. You're like standing in front of his eye. You're probably all he can see right now.
I wave at him.
Do I?
Sorry, what?
Hello.
Does Rick know any Gollum?
They don't really. They usually speak whatever language of the people who made them.
Oh.
So otherwise, the people who make them would have to go and learn like some other language, and so they could talk to the thing they made. It's easier to teach them the language they already know.
So what language does he speak?
You have no idea until he speaks, and then you realize he can speak common. He says,
Who are you?
Oh my god.
That was a bit.
Brian,
fucked.
bless
That was
it.
a bit cursed.
I mean, it certainly gives a sense of scale.
Was it bad?
Was it supposed to be distorted?
In a good way.
It wasn't meant to be
Slightly
distorted.
cursed.
It was
I thought it was
lightly
good.
distorted.
I thought it was
Oh.
good. Well,
Okay.
I thought it worked. Anyway, hi, I'm Muir.
Hi.
This is Ward.
What
Step in needle in your eye.
is your business here?
You didn't seem well, so we came
Fixed you?
and fixed you. Yeah.
You have now received your vaccine.
He kind of steps back up again to his full height.
Are we still on his head?
You're still in. Yeah, you're like you can't. You're like you're Spider-Man on right now. Like you could barely leave if you wanted to.
It's me and you, bro.
Hi, bro.
I am the Moonwarden. I guard the Citadel.
Well, the Citadel seems to be not very happy at the moment. We're here to fix it.
What do you mean?
Oh, this is really a half question. You see the man down there who's currently a bear. You might want to go speak to them.
This is a really complex political issue. Do you want to get into it?
I don't have the authority or knowledge or.
He looks
I'm
at
not
Treffin.
educated.
He kind of his head tips down. He brushes
He's
some.
still a bear.
He brushes some
Whispering
goo
out
off
your
his
right
knee
word.
Oh no.
idly. And he kind of like you don't. Rav, you never seen anything like this, but he looks as you think he's looking expectantly at you, but it's difficult to say.
Oh, I'd better turn back into a Shraff instead of being a bear at this stage.
Sure.
And be common as a bear.
I don't think I can speak common as a bear. I think I
Maybe
can
you can
at higher levels. I think I can speak and do spells and stuff like that when I'm a bear, but not just now. So I'll turn back into Raffin and I'll say, Moonwarden, I'm glad you're feeling better. We are here for the Staff Arbor and to remove the taint from this place.
Taint!
Jake, what are the dudes called? I've forgotten what the dudes are called.
I'm sorry. Should I stop doing it? Is it bad? I tried it before. I thought it was fine.
I like it.
Yeah, I was just laughing at you screaming.
Sorry. What did you ask, Raffin?
What are we calling the bad dudes?
You've heard them. Loran called them astrals.
The Citadel of the Moon's been taken over by astrals who would seek the end of all natural life. Something that we druids are against. I'm here to claim the Staff Arbor and to rid this place of these astrals.
The Astrals are
I'd respectfully disagree.
He's so loud because he's so big.
What proof do you have?
Well, tower's corrupted, mate. You were corrupt.
You were corrupted. We removed
I hold
your
out the
corruption.
syringe in front of his face.
As are the astrals. They're also corrupted.
Yours eardrums must be fucking blown to pieces.
Now we wanted to get across, you know, without any sort of confrontation, trouble. But we need to help you to see clearly.
Ideally, this was just supposed to be a quick pop to the Citadel and grab the thing and go. But then when we came here and we opened the rift to this plane, and a bunch of these guys in the Citadel came out and are possibly wreaking havoc on our plane now, because they suddenly have the idea that the best way to nourish life is to kill everyone. So ideally, I mean, we would have wanted to just walk in, but we can't, and that's why we had to deal with you and get all this
Negative
stuff out
energy,
of
man.
Yeah.
It's never a quick pop to the Citadel, is it? You always end up getting
Never,
hits you didn't
yeah.
want.
Yeah,
Just bring it
filled with
back.
energy from the negative plane, and you were doing necrotic shit to people. Wasn't very nice.
Wasn't very nice.
Sorry.
Got a great view of Jake's chest right now.
This
And later talking about
is concerning.
Oh, we're here to
This
sort
is just so we
that
see
out.
Darth Vader in the middle, and that was the voice
Darth
like.
Vader got a reverb module in his mask.
No, I'm trying to give you scale. You know, he's tall. You know, I'm doing the best with what I've got. I'll cover him up, all right?
He's doing the best with all
That's the
5'8" that his God gave him.
Yeah, so if you
Wanna
want to
give us a lift to the top of the
Give us a lift. I'm already up here, mate.
save us clearing out whatever monsters are in there. I don't know.
You wear the robes of the ring. Yet I do not recognize you.
I've only just finished my trials. I've just become a Master Druid. Those of my ring, or that doesn't sound right. The ring on my world is not what it once was.
Explain.
I'm one of, I believe, 2 druids left on my plane, which is why I was sent here to claim the staff armor.
I see.
Then we find out about the Astrals. We fought one of the Astrals and defeated one of the Astrals. And as we discovered about them and landed here on the moon, we discovered that you yourself had been corrupted as well as the Citadel. So we've removed your corruption. We would do the same for what lies inside.
This cannot be allowed to continue. I will aid you.
Thank you.
And
Your aid
he
is
reaches
greatly
down a hand and places it in front of you all.
Oh, really?
This is
Oh.
the best lift ever.
Cool.
Ah, all right.
Thank you, Moonwarden.
Climb up.
Thank you,
climb
Mr.
aboard.
Warden.
Turns out he's lying to us, he just splatters.
Into the cannon.
Woo!
I like him.
Yeets us off the moon.
What are you guys doing?
I thought he was going to step in us when he said this can't be allowed to continue.
So are you climbing on? Is anyone not climbing on?
No.
We're all climbing on.
Yeah, we're all climbing on.
Okay, so
We are gonna get splattered.
you guys step on. The hand closes around you, and you feel like footsteps rumble below. And then he says,
Brace yourselves.
He's gonna boot the door in.
and you hear this crunch of stone against the walls of the hand. Muir and Ward, you watch as he you watch them all step into his hand, and then he turns around, walks 2 paces, and reaches up and just like sucker punches the tower, and like cracks this big chunk out about 2/3 of the way up, and then you guys inside the hand, you're like reeling and shaking, and then the hand opens, and you are deposited into this room. Muir and Ward, the hand is extended for you to walk up. Those of you in the room, you can see at the far end of the room, it's like a library, and at the far end of the room there are 4 robed figures. 2 of them are holding books, and they're kind of just looking at what the heck just happened. And you can see they have tentacles on their face, and they kind of look, and their eyes kind of flare yellow. And that's where we're going to stop. We're going to pick it up there next week.
No.
James!
Oh my
God! We just skipped an entire dungeon!
So,
I think
yeah,
that's
if
the
you
best possibly could.
if you watch the stream, cheers for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday at the usual time to pick up with the rest of the dungeon. See you then. See you later.
Bye.